Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Carson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up, and during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, who beat the Seahawks 28-23. Again, Wilson on the move to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Packers' 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. A very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in his zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And how about the decision here to go for it? No, not just go for it, but really go for it. I never would have guessed that that's what they were going to do. But let's give them a ton of credit there. They got to pay off for a big play.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's third down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Holding, receiving team. Automatic first down.
Here's Carson. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 92 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Rodgers again now. He hits his target, the tight end Lewis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, that's complete to Lazard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.